Congratulations, you have just onboarded a new set of clients and you feel happy at first. You can see it in your bank account, you're very happy, but when you're alone with your thoughts, you think, oh shit, what if they don't get the results? And so you've found that your pattern is you get the clients, which is really, really good, but then you can't really sustain it. And you are in this feast and famine cycle where you get a lot of clients and you don't because your time is now at the delivery process, which is a good thing. So you're over delivering and you're over delivering not because you can't help them get results, but because you have this inner doubt that you can't help them. Your sessions go for longer than expected. You put so much pressure on yourself. You give them extra support, even though they don't actually need to or asked you to. And you have this urge to want to answer messages as soon as they come in instead of honoring your work boundaries. And so physically, you're exhausted. And this makes a lot of sense because you're putting in so much and over delivering because you don't have that inner certainty that you can deliver. And so you feel wired, anxious, your thoughts don't shift off, and the time in between you get more clients and the next set of clients gets longer and longer and longer. And this is making you feel very uncomfortable and panicky. And I'm here to tell you that more clients and more income isn't the problem. It's what your nervous system does with more that's running the show. So right now, your nervous system is thinking that it's a threat. So instead of you being able to step back and look at things objectively and reassess the systems, the delivery, the actual methodology that you're using, the results, your positioning, the type of clients, instead of looking at that objectively, everything just feels like a threat and you go into overfunctioning mode instead of data-driven mode. This is a nervous system first and foremost, more than anything. Your nervous system is smart. It already knows, it already calculates what it means to have more clients. More clients, more income, and more visibility means more eyes on you, more responsibility, more potential failure, and potentially more people to also disappoint. And so this is very logical. It makes sense when you get more, but your system really hasn't learned to neutralize the threat within that because you have not had the increased capacity to actually take in more responsibility, more visibility, and more pressure because you have been wired for decades to just play at a small level. You've never learned how to actually upgrade your physical capacity. And if you don't increase your capacity, then you'll keep just subconsciously sabotaging when things grow. So you'll drag your feet, you'll undermarket, you'll even stop marketing because you're too tired, which makes a lot of sense. But you see it in the months before. It's getting harder now to get more clients because of the long period of time in between. This makes physiological sense. This is not a money block. This is just how your energy functions and how much capacity and bandwidth you have. So you must train this at a level of your nervous system. So this still happens even though you've done all the mindset work and energetic work and even nervous system work because the pace as to which your client numbers and income grows is not as fast as how you're physically increasing your capacity. So after working with hundreds of business owners, I see the exact same pattern. It's their strategy is fine and they probably need to change their systems up, but they actually cannot turn on the right parts of their brain to think critically and think at a big picture CEO level during these high pressure times because they just haven't learned the skill to do so. It takes more than mindset for you to actually shift your energy at the right direction. You cannot think clearly if you are hangry, right? You've had hangry problems before. And when you're hangry, you just can't think straight. And so when your body takes in that responsibility because you haven't really learned how to use body first mechanics for your nervous system and body based regulation first, then it doesn't matter the top down approach. Bottom up is what is faster to increase the capacity because this lives in your body. And so if you don't change this, then you keep getting stuck in that feast or famine cycle. You panic after a big amount of people, and although your clients get good results, the future ones are taking longer and longer to onboard because you just don't have the physical space to do it. And long term, that is what actually trains your nervous system to fear success. This is not some random thing that just happens to you. It is what you've learned throughout time. And so that's why you've done the belief work. You believe it's achievable and capable. And if other people can do it, so can you. And that's really true. But that doesn't really matter. And that won't have a space to sit if physically your batteries are always drained. And belief work alone doesn't charge your batteries. You actually need your body and to take care of the health of your body to keep your battery increased. It's not just one or the other. You need a whole different way of showing up in order for that belief to actually become your reality. And this is what most personal development and business mindset, even subconscious work misses, the actual physical capacity, because you live in reality in your current body, right? And so you must support it so that it can physically hold what you have here in real life. So if you're someone who every time more clients come in, you immediately panic instead of having that grounded confidence where you can say, yes, thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you for sending me all of these clients. These clients are going to get amazing results. This is a nervous system capacity expansion issue. And when you learn how to expand this in real time and know how to regulate your body in real time, then growth stops feeling like an emergency and starts feeling doable. You'll stop the feast and famine approach. You keep showing up, you keep changing people's lives, and you keep receiving money without it wiping the momentum that you work so hard for. So if you're done freaking out every time it actually works, then check the links in the comments and I'll show you how to rewire your system so that your nervous system stops slamming the brakes and you actually get more clients and more income this year.